Hey, what's up folks? This is Keith and you're watching Barber's Auto Help. Thank you so much for watching. This video is going to be a continuation of our series on the 2012 to 2018 Ford Focus, and particularly what we're going to be concentrating on is how to replace these clutch actuator motors. And by the way, a lot of information shared in this video can apply to the Ford Fiestas equipped with this transmission as well. Now, as you probably already know, this is a DPS6 transmission sitting in front of me right here, and it is equipped with two clutch actuator motors, A and B, which is right down there. Now, before you do anything, definitely make sure that the vehicle is off. Take the key totally out of it. Make sure the vehicle's in park. Make sure your parking brake is on. And it's not a bad idea to disconnect the negative battery clamp from the battery. Be sure to isolate it and keep it away from the post. Now, the replacement for both of those motors is pretty well the same. It's just a little different on how to get to it. Now, the top one here, you'll need to remove the air filter housing and the duct going to the throttle body. And after that, it's pretty well wide open. There will be a little hose right here that you got to push out of the way just a bit to get to that bolt. But other than that, it's pretty well wide open, pretty easy to get to. Now, B down there is wide open once you remove the splash shield up underneath the vehicle. Once that is removed, you'll look up and it's right there. Very easy to get to. Now, for the purposes of this video, we're going to be concentrating on A. For obvious reasons, it's wide open and it's on top here, and I don't feel like moving the transmission around to get to the bottom one there. But same procedure for the bottom. We're just going to use this one for this video here. Now, about the hardest part of this whole process is getting the connector off, and really it's not that hard. You need to release the lock, and you pull out on this little yellow piece right here in that direction. Once that's pulled out, you want to grab both sides of this part of the connector and slide it this way. Kind of slide it on out there. Sometimes once you get it loose, you can stick a screwdriver inside there and kind of work it out the rest of the way. Just be gentle with it, don't break it. Alright, and it's near about unlocked all the way there. There we go. Just pull out on the connector. Just like that. Now, we need to remove our bolts, and these are E8s. And if you're not familiar with what an E8 is, or an E socket is, it's an inverted Torx. It's got a little star pattern inside there, but it's a female. Go ahead and loosen up your bolts there. Pull up on the actuator, just like that. Now, the installation is basically reverse procedure. However, I would put a little bit of anti-seize right there, and also around the outside here, and then you just put it right back in the hole, or put the new one back in the hole there. Now, before you put your bolts in and tighten them up, you want to make sure that these flanges right here are flush with the housing, and that way you don't damage anything inside there. If it's flush, you're good to go. Go ahead and put your bolts back in. Now, these bolts are not that big. You don't have to torque these down a whole lot. Just a little bit of torque will do. I'm not sure what the exact torque spec on it is, so we're going to go ahead and snug these down. And no, I didn't put a torque wrench on that, of course, but maybe it's a good idea that you do that just in case, so you don't damage your threads or break a bolt. Go ahead and reconnect your electrical connector. And by the way, it's not a bad idea to put a little dielectric grease inside there. Just a little dab will do. Push the connector on. Once it gets so far it will stop. Then you need to push in this part of the connector and it will pull it in the rest of the way. Once it's down all the way, then you can lock your lock by pushing it this way. And there you go. Well, thank you guys for watching. As mentioned earlier, this is just another episode in my series on the 2012 to 2018 Ford Focus 2.0 equipped with a DPS6 transmission. I will post a link down in the description to that playlist. You're more than welcome to check that out when you get a chance. And also, please read the entire description down below this video before you apply any of this knowledge. There may be some things I need to clarify. That's where I do that. And also, please read the disclaimer at the very end. Thanks again for watching, guys. Have a good one.